Good morning, Oklahoma. I'm Curtis here and welcome to SUNUP. Today we're coming to you from the South Central Research Station in Grady County at the Chickasha Wheat Field Day, where producers are getting an up-close look at some OSU research. We'll have more from the field day, but first, Brian Whitacre has some updates on rural broadband.
I'm here to talk about broadband access, and in particular kind of the situation here locally in Grady County. And it's actually a little bit worse when you talk about areas outside of Chickasha. Chickasha itself has some pretty good broadband access, but those rural areas where a lot of the farms are, not so great. And so we're going to talk about what's going on at the state level to try to address that. I mean, you can see behind me we've got people here that are real world farmers, right? They're out there doing work across the county and state and bringing food to everyone. And it's not the usual audience that I talk to. So I'm out talking to economic developers and people that work in cities and kind of county groups and things like that. But these are the people that can absolutely benefit from broadband on an individual level. So I mean, think about what we just went through in the pandemic and are still dealing with. As things shut down, we had our kids stuck at home. We had to switch over to working remotely. If you didn't have a good broadband connection, you were really in a pickle. And one of the few positive things about the pandemic is it really brought that to light, and we finally have some funding to help deal with that issue. Most of my work deals with how important broadband is for other parts of the rural economy. So you talk about small businesses. If you're in a small business that can't take payments and that requires a broadband connection, you're really in a tight spot. If you want to set up a website and you don't have a good broadband connection, that is problematic. So not just small businesses, but people starting entrepreneurship, people getting engaged with their local community, again, taking advantage of telehealth visits. It really affects almost everything that we do on a daily basis. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that if you know anyone that doesn't have a nice new smartphone like me, but has an old school flip phone, they're actually going to start phasing those out in 2022. So talk to people that you know that have one. Starting actually in late April, early May, they are going to start phasing out those kind of what they call 3G smartphone services. Be aware of that. Talk to people that might have these and depend on them, because we need to get them switched over to a more dependable device. So the program that I want to kind of stress here is called the Affordable Connectivity Program, and it is a federal program. It's got a lot of money behind it. This is the first time we've seen this much money dedicated to a broadband kind of subsidy program. So the idea is if you are qualified for the program, which for this one is if you're less than 200% of the federal poverty line. So for a family of four, that's around $55,000, $56,000. So if you're under that, the federal government will give you a $75 a month payment to pay for a broadband connection, which is really a great deal for most of the companies around here. That's going to cover your full broadband connection for a month. And so unfortunately, the data we have right now says that only about a third of eligible households are signing up. So we're trying to spread the word. There's potentially a lot of farmers that would qualify for it. So if you participate in SNAP or Medicaid, you're eligible. So I've got a little handout here. We're going to try to get the word out about how you sign up for it. Your local extension office can help with that. Your local library can help. But please take advantage of it. The money's going to last for a couple years. For more information on the Affordable Connectivity Program, they're going to have some on the SUNUP website. Again, talk to your local county educator. They're going to be able to help you out with that.